Well, magandang hating gabi po. Like, very late evening here in San Antonio, Texas. To be exact, it's right now it is 11:49 p.m. Sunday, November 22nd, 2020. So, welcome to Fil-Am World Magazine Live with Miss Romelette. And tonight, we are going to discuss some good and bad traits of the Filipinos. And as I mentioned earlier, the reason I'm doing it late at night so our friends from other parts of the world will be able to watch us. So, before I start, let me just acknowledge some people worth mentioning. I would like to thank Maria Perez for my lighting equipment. She is the founder and the CEO of Belleza Natural and our Empowering Women of America. I also would like to thank for our sound equipment, Film World Magazine Editor-in-Chief, Mr. Robert Baker, our camera equipment, Mr. Kin Yui, the current president of the Asian American Alliance of San Antonio. And also, of course, I would like to thank all our followers, fans, as well as advertisers and patronizers of our page and my Muse Art by Romelette. And I would like to welcome our new partners, Skincare by Maggie, as well as Wellness Center Spa. And I will tell you that later. So anyway, let's start our first good Filipino trait. Okay, number one, hospitable. Filipinos, we are very known to be hospitable. Like, even if, okay, we don't have much to offer, if we have a guest in our home, we offer the best food that we have. We offer the best set, everything best because we are very welcoming, we're very hospitable, and we want to please our guests. So that's one good trait of the Filipinos. Kung minsan we look like, we kind of like want to impress our guests, not just to please them. It's almost like, maski wala ka ng halos may bibigay mo na just because you have a guest. So we are known to be hospitable, even if we don't have much. We offer the best that we can offer, and that's one good trait. Number two, we are very competitive. So meaning to say, maski saang lupalop ng mundo man tayo ilalagay, the Filipinos are very competitive when it comes to school or education, when it comes to jobs. We always work hard and do our best to thrive and to strive. And we want to be the best, It's kind of like we take pride of what we do, regardless of what jobs that we do. It's like it's we are our best critic of our performances. It doesn't matter what it is, whether you're working at the hotel industry or healthcare industry or teaching, music, art, anything. Like, we would like to be or to give our best. So we're very competitive. And that is very true because even here in the United States, the Filipinos are always, known to be hardworking people, and a lot of us are really successful in any field that they choose. So yes, that's number one, hospitable, and then number two, very competitive. That is very true. So number three, good trait about the Filipino is we are resilient. Resilience means like you are able to thrive and strive no matter how bad the difficult or hard situation you are in. So we are very resilient. We always manage to go through hardships and difficulties in life. And we just keep going and do our best. We take it in. Although a lot of times we don't really realize that we are with that resilience because it already happened in the past. That's one source. But that's one good trait about Filipinos is we are resilient. That once again, being resilient is some people yung nasa Pilipinas, okay? Resilient means maski gaano kahirap ang pinagdaanan mo o kinalalagyan mo ngayon, yung kinakaharap mo, we always make it through. We are a fighter. we take in and we keep going, and we are able to go through any hardships and difficulties in life, no matter where you are, where we are. We're in the Philippines and other countries. We just manage to be able to go through hardships. Okay, ito, a very interesting. Number 3, good lovers. Okay, Filipinos are good lovers. And I tell you that, I can believe that, especially for the men. Sorry, guys. But I just have to be really honest here, based on my observation. I've been around and I've talked to many people, men and women, and from different ethnic group. Um, Good lovers, especially pag nanliligaw pa lang. Okay? At pag nanliligaw pa lang, like, yes, pag nobyo at nobya, when you're still like dating, yes, it's like perfect. Like, you can't ask for anything else anymore. You know, it's like, this is it. Actually, you want to make you feel and think like you want to settle down to the person, because we are good at that, especially the men. Especially the men. Magaling silang manligaw, okay? They promise everything, the role and all that. They're very good with that. Very romantic, good lovers. And then for the women also, we tend to, let's both apply, men and women, we tend to show our best behavior, of course. That's, I think, in any ethnicity. But for women, men or Filipinos, we do, like, we go beyond of expectation, beyond expectation, to please the guy or the girl, and to keep him interested. Okay, until get married. So, and then after that, I don't know. So, all right, we're done with the good traits. And before I start with the good traits of the Filipino, no. Before I start with the Filipino bad traits, I just want to make some announcement. Philippine Choral and Symbol of San Antonio Foundation is actually now looking for a new star, like vocals, singer. So we are going to start our search for Filipino American karaoke star or singer starting December 19th. And we will do it monthly. So we will have a monthly winner, and then each winner for like every month is automatically going to be registered, qualified for the grand finals, which we will have our grand finals next year, 2021. So that's the one announcement. Okay, let's start the bad traits of the Filipinos. Number 1 talaga, chismoso at chismosa. Hindi na talaga mawawala yan. Oh my gosh. So kayong mga baguhan, hindi kayo sanay. Masanay na kayo, wag na kayong maasar. Learn to deadma. Learn to ignore. I know minsan, you can't ignore it anymore. If it's so bad that it's hard to ignore, it's hurting your family, as well as your job or your career, it's avoiding you to progress because of the chismis, then you need to do it the right way. Okay, just don't sit there and then bounce back with another chismis or with a gossip or confrontation. Don't do that, because it doesn't really help. It's gonna make it worse, look bad, especially on you. Ikaw pa yung biktima ng chismis, ikaw pa yung lalabas na masama. So do it the right way if you really wanna correct whatever, because chismosa is really part of the bad traits of the Filipinos. It's just part of the culture, unfortunately. So masanay ka na. If you're out there and your name is out there, trust me, you will be a victim, or you will be part of the chismis and the drama. That's why a lot of times I even avoid those. It's just hard to avoid, because it's just how it is. So as I said, if the chismis, yung chismis sa'yo, it's affecting your job, your family, or your well-being, okay, and your relationship to people, is affecting your reputation, then do something about it, because it has to stop. Either you got a written statement, I'll show you how. Gather written statement from the witnesses. This person's telling this, and that. Screenshots if there's their text messages or Facebook posts. Okay, and then especially the ones telling you like she said it, she said that. Written statement, let them sign it, date it, and put it in the file. See any text or Facebook post, same thing, put it in the file. So when you can't take it anymore, and you wanna do something about the chismis that's affecting your job, your reputation, your family, then you take it to the court, because that's the only way you can redeem yourself. That's one. Now, pakialamero. This is really, I got a lot of this. So one thing about Filipinos, we're very loving and caring person. Sometimes being caring too much, we tend to watch over our kapwa Pinoy, and especially the ones who are older than us. Okay, they tell you how you're supposed to behave, how you're supposed to raise your children, how you're supposed to live your life, to dress and all that. To them, they don't realize that nakikialam na sila sa buhay mo. That's the sad part, the sad thing. They think they're doing it because they're sincere and they care, because they love you, and that's what they believe on proving and showing their love and care is to tell you what's best for you. Okay, the thing is, ganito yan. We are the one who know what's best for us, although we need some guidance. But the guidance should not be just ultimately given that make it more look like a demand that you have to do what they said. No, you don't have to do what they said. Nakikialam lang talaga. Appreciate the sincerity and the concern as well as the care. But a lot of people gives you the advice and the direction where you're supposed to be heading, doesn't really seem to realize that they're giving you an advice what applies to them, to their family, to themselves, and to their lives. A lot of those people telling you how things should be, how you should be, it's basically a reflection on themselves of what they experience and their perception in life. Majority of the time, yung pakikialam nila about, they tend to know better about you and your life. They didn't really know. They telling you based on what they know about themselves, but they don't know everything about you and your life and yourself. So, pakialamero. As I said, it's actually a misunderstood sort of what you call it. Misunderstood yung pagiging caring nila. So they say they care, so that's why nakikialam. But they don't realize that a lot of times yung pakikialam nila, it's not really healthy and it's not really helping, because they don't really know everything, what you're feeling, what you're thinking, what you're going through, what your plan ahead, what's your vision. It has to be you. Guidance is good. When you need it, ask. But if it's not needed, then it's not welcome if it's not asked. So, sa mga kababayan ko, mga kaedad, mga bata pa sa akin, lalo yung medyo matatanda, give advice when asked. If not, meaning to say, it's unwelcome, but, as I said, appreciate the sincerity and the concern. However, if they tell you have to do this, this is how it's supposed to be, you really don't have to follow through. Quite honestly, myself, I have been criticized so many times by so many people. They said I am stubborn. I do not listen. I don't listen because they mad at me because I don't follow through on their ideal sort of picture of how I should live my life and who I should be. The problem here is they don't have my mindset, they don't have my life, they don't have my dreams, they don't have my visions, they don't have my traits and my expectations and perception in life and people. So they basically trying to purge out from me of who I am, and then to be able to accommodate and listen to them, that for them it made more sense. As I said, it works out for them on their lives. It makes more sense to them because that's what they know, but they don't know everything about yours or mine. And so it, there's really no better person in this world, in this life, who can determine what you should do and how you should live your life from here on forward. So, yung pakikialam, that's a bad trait of the Filipino, pakialamero. But I said it's a misunderstood way of expressing and showing care. Because, ganon talaga tayo. But be careful that you don't cross the boundaries of a caring friend or person, and then not to the point that nakikialam ka na talaga. So you got to respect people's choices, and understand that each one of us has a right to make a decision and a choice to be happy, and then to make a choice of how they want to live their lives, and the choose of the career, the path that they go. Doesn't mean, here's the thing, doesn't mean that I, for example, don't listen to your advice, that I don't know what I'm doing about my life. That's very wrong. Because you know what? You don't know what I have in my household. Like, as much as I don't know about your household, and entirely what's going through in your head and in your heart and in your life. So if I don't listen to you, if some people give me advice to the point nakikialam na talaga, not because I don't value your advice and guidance. It's just simply because it doesn't apply to me. Your advice does not apply to me, as well as what makes sense to you, because we live a different life. We have a different background and upbringing, different visions, different dreams, different traits, like completely different. So, not because I'm stubborn, it's just I have my own path to follow and my destiny to fulfill. Okay? So, now, another bad trait about Filipino is we complain a lot. Hindi naman lahat. Here's the thing, my experience as I have been public relations with different groups and organizations, both non-profit organizations and for-profit organizations, okay? And then I will just give you a perfect example, because I have hosted many events. I can't count anymore how many events I've hosted. I've started young. So anyway, there's always something wrong. All right, there are always drama when it comes to events, no matter how small, no matter how big. Something is always wrong. Even if you want it all perfect and you did your best to give them the best accommodation, the best entertainment, and the best of everything, it's just, unfortunately, there are people out there that's still going to complain. The food is not good enough. The venue is not in a good location, or the table setting is not very good. It's not. There's always something, and they're not shy about expressing their dismay. Or sometimes there's really no reason to complain, but they just do that just because they want to say something. That I used to ask myself, why do you do this? Like, you did everything, you almost barely sleeping just to give them the best entertainment, accommodation, all that you can give. And then there's always complaint. Because, well, in my case, actually, there's really not much complaint with the entertainment. The one that I actually hosted a lot, my own event. Because I really work hard on giving my guests, my events, the best that I could give, okay, in every way. However, with the other events that I have hosted as a guest, I mean, not my organization, but other organization I collaborated with, there's always like, it's not my table, I don't like my food, like just something. So yes, There are some people that's really just complain. Not all though. I have really great friends, decent, classy friends, that even if they don't like very much because they know they can't say much nice, they just don't say it. But out of respect for the people who work hard behind on any, for example, in the events, just have a decency and then a respect to sort of go through the event, don't say anything bad, look something good that you can give the people of any organization who work hard for the event, to give them the compliment. If you didn't like the food, but then there's one thing that you liked, for example, the flower is beautiful in the centerpiece, they say, oh, the flower is so awesome. I like the flowers. This flower is good. Or you give them compliment with your clothes. But a lot of times there are really people just complain about anything and everything, unfortunately. And there's no way that you can please everybody. I've realized that a long time ago. Before, it always broke my heart. Like, oh my God. I took it personally. But then I stopped doing that because I know for a fact, and I realized after hosting and producing many events, that no matter how great and good whatever it is you offer, somebody, for some reason, whatever, there's always a complaint. That's just how it is. Okay. All right. Another bad trait of Filipino is manana habit. I'm so guilty with this too. I am guilty of this too. But I got better on this. Okay. So we have a tendency, like, even if you can do it right now, okay, I can, let us say, plant more mung bean, whatever, or flowers in in the garden. But then it's like, I'll do it tomorrow, and then tomorrow, and then tomorrow, and then before you know it, the next day become the next week, and the next month, and months, and then never. I've done that a lot. Okay, but then I got better on that too, because I knew, especially nowadays, because I knew I had to really be on top of the things that I need to do, especially when you're running your own business, and you have to, as much as possible, exceed the expectations of the people, especially your client, and then to give the best quality of service, of however So anyway, so mañana habit. That's one bad trait of Filipinos. Like, for example, like today. Good thing I've done it today. I've wanted to buy a lot of big canvas, like bigger than this. I actually have canvases that's bigger than this. And then I've been planning to buy like big canvas. This is, I think, 24 by 48 or 36. But now because I've been wanting to start painting on a larger size of canvas, larger than this behind me. This is actually a pretty big size, see? So I've been planning on that, and today I just actually bought 4 like really big sizes of the canvas. So yeah, but I've been planning that. I said, okay, I'm gonna do that next. Of course, the money too, because that's not cheap, So the tomorrow, okay, I'm gonna do tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow, then never. Before you know it, it's been like months. Okay, another bad trait of Filipinos is plastic. Yung iba dyan, talaga, sa totoo lang, plastic. Okay? Or backstabbers in English. It's sad, but it's true that there are some Filipinos, and actually we became known about that bad trait. The plastic, like, kung sino yung sa harap, yun ang maganda. Like, for example, the 2 friends fighting, and I'm in the middle. I'm not fighting to any of them. Okay? So I talked to one friend, I listened to her, I chimed in some not very tough things that she's saying about this other friend that she's fighting with. And then, of course, like when in front of this friend, I give my sympathy, my agreement, and why she has to be mad and justify everything that she's saying. Now, I talk to another friend. I tell this friend everything she's telling me. And because she's the one I'm talking to, so I would just justify why she's mad and why she's telling shit about this other friend. It's because blah, blah, blah. And then the sad thing about it too is like when they do backstab, of course I think it's typical that most likely the person that person in the middle will favor in the end will favor the one or the friend or the person where she can benefit the most or more. That's just how it is. Unless the other friend, she already has an ongoing resentment out of jealousy, out of whatever history in the past. Yeah. So that's backstabbers and plastic. Okay. It's very common to some people, but fortunately, I have many friends who are very truthful and honest, and they don't do that. We tell up front in a nice way, more professional way, but majority, that's when you know that the people you're talking has no class and just plainly backstabbers. Because why? When they do that to a friend, okay, most likely they're going to do that to you. The reason they're not talking about you because they're talking to you. Guess what? If they're talking to other people and you're not there, just always think the possibility that she or he's talking about you. That's what backstabbers do. And as I said, they tend to favor the group or individual where or whom they can benefit the most. Unless lang kung nagsiselo sa'yo, talagang pupunta yun sa iba. So, don't mind that. So just, these are bad traits of the Filipino that I'm almost certain it's never gonna change. And it's just going to be part of the culture. It's already been part. It doesn't matter, even nasa Pilipinas ka pa, or dito sa America, or sa Europa, or anywhere in Asia. The Filipino traits, good and bad, are always going to be there. So, for the good traits, I'm proud of that. I'm proud of us being known to be hospitable, competitive, resilient, good lovers, and so on. And the bad traits, if you really balance it, bad traits has a heavy weight. Why? Because our bad traits actually hurt people. It affects people's lives, and some people, it prevents them from growing and improving their career. And that's sad. When this is part one, I will have a part two of the good and bad Filipino traits. Oh, Filipinos good and bad traits. So we'll have a part two. So anyway, tanggal yung aking ano. So that's okay because I have a top. See? So that's the bad trait. So tonight I just gave you 5 Filipino good traits and 5 Filipino bad traits. And next time I will share more. I think I will have a part 2 because 5 and 5 is just very small numbers. So, okay. So before I talk about something else, because I would like to add on something, I just would like to once again announce our new partners. Fil-Am Magazine partners is Skincare by Maggie. It's right here. I actually have a video created for this one that I already released. I think that was 2 days ago. The location for Skincare by Maggie is at 18730 Stone Oak Parkway, Suite number 106, San Antonio, Texas 78258. So these are the services that they offer: oxygen infusion facials, regenerate nano facials, dermaplane, microdermabrasion, and micro needling. So that one. So you can just watch the promotional video on my Facebook page. You can look it up and scroll down, and you can see more details on that one. Another partner, a new partner of Fil-Am magazine is Wellness Center Spa. They are located in Fredericksburg Road. Let me see that, give you the address. It's 8237 Fredericksburg Road, San Antonio, Texas 78229. So here. Okay, so these are new partners. I haven't released the video promotions for the Wellness Center Spa. I will be doing that sometime this week. And also, please support our cause, Bangon Albay, or Rise Up Albay. It's a humanitarian initiative of the Organization of Filipinos in Texas. I am the public relations officer of this organization, and it's actually led by our treasurer, Mrs. Elsie Cortez. And the video promotions of our humanitarian initiative is on my Facebook page as well. It's called Bangon Albay, OFT Bangon Albay, Rise Up Albay Humanitarian Initiative. And yes, we are asking for donations for our kababayan back home, especially in Albay. We have target locations where we can send out our goods, our aid for those who need. So we are waiting for the answers of the media and TV stations for our press release. I hope they'll pick up that one and cover it, and it would really help our cause if we can get that press release. I'm still waiting for the response from KSAT and all that stuff. So, but then I already sent them the approved document of the press release from the San Antonio City Mayor's office, as well as, the video that we've created for the cause. Okay, so anyway, so I think that's it for tonight, and I will see you again. And just keep fixing. I think I'm just gonna insert it because the pin fell off. So I guess that's good now. What is this? It's my okay. What's this here? Oh my gosh, my hair. My hair is getting long. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy. I will never cut my hair this short ever again because I regret it. Like the moment I cut it, I was so excited before I cut it, right? But the moment I cut it and I saw in the mirror, I said, "Oh my God, why did I cut my hair?" I regret it right away. And by the way, I would like to thank my friend Nancy for my necklace or accessories. Thank you so much, beautiful, and so appreciate this one. Okay, thank you so much. All right. So anyway, I am actually gonna have music by Romelette. I'm still trying to find a date. Sadly, my supposed to be partner, passed away, so we're not gonna be able to do that soon enough. So I will have my music by Romelette. If there's no lockdown, I will have a venue. That will be in January because it's my birthday month. If it's not, we might have to wait, or I might have to wait until middle of next year to, for my music by Romelette exhibit. I already have a venue, by the way. It's a very nice venue, and I wish I can accommodate everyone, but this is going to be by invitation only. It's a nice venue. You're never going to regret it, but stay tuned for that. But okay, thank you very much for watching, and I'll be sharing this one. I'm gonna start a watch party, so the ones who missed this live, I will repost it. Okay, Have a good night, everyone, and good morning in the Philippines or good afternoon anywhere else. Okay. Bye bye.